You see it? Okay,
Yeah.
great. So we're going to go into Facebook basics. I could tell you that there is a lot of stuff to know. So I am just trying to hit the high points. You can really do a deep dive if you want to. Facebook looks simple, but it's actually kind of complex the way it works. Okay, so here are my assumptions. Jump in, raise your hand or whatever if you, let me see if I can see you. Yeah, I can kind of see you. Okay, if this is not true. Number one is everybody has a Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
Okay, does everybody have a business page?
Yeah.
Okay. You basically, how to post a video or photo or text.
Yes.
Okay. You know how to send a friend request to somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know how to like a business page. Basically, you just click the like button. And you know how to search. If you want to find Betty Jean, you just put her name in and you can search for it. Okay, so we got that under our belts. Okay, your Facebook profile. I'm amazed. I'm in a group of called MLO Net. So all of you should be in this group. It's fantastic. There's 9,000 loan officers in it, and they answer my underwriting questions in like 9 seconds at 2 in the morning. They're a great group of people. Don't take everything as gospel truth because different companies do things a little bit different and people sometimes are not 100% accurate. But if 4 people give you the exact same answer, that's probably the answer. So I'm surprised that when I go in this group and I have a lead for somebody, people don't put their information in their profile. So I'm trying to find somebody that's in Nevada and I can't tell. I'm thinking like, didn't Joe say he was from Nevada? And I look and it doesn't even have his city or anything. So your profile, obviously it should have your name. It should have your city or community. If you want to go by, Johns Creek or Silver Springs, and that may not be the city, that's fine too. Put your schools. And this will help you as Facebook will reach out to those people. Whatever I even put my elementary, my middle school, my high school, and my college. And if you went to community college or something, put that too. Okay, your company, nothing to be ashamed of. We work at Van Dyke Mortgage. And then in the bio, it gives you a couple of sentences and, you can be a little bit more creative here, but I would put in there something about doing loans, helping families buy houses or whatever. And, you can put that you're a mom and whatever, brother, sister, whatever you want in your bio, whatever suits your needs, an avid fisherman, whatever.
Hey, Stephen, I think when you're in a group, they actually have restrictions on the information that's showed within the group. You'll have to go outside of the group to find their personal information, contact
Right.
wise.
So there's the little dots on the side and it says, do you want to see the person's full profile?
Yeah.
And even in their
It's
full
not there.
profile, they don't even put their city or anything. So here's the thing. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay, your privacy is gone. Okay, your privacy left the building somewhere in about 2005 or 6. So for 15 years, I can find out everything I want to know about Lauren. I could tell you where she went to school, the address of the house she grew up in. I can tell you how many brothers and sisters she has, everything. I'm sorry, but that's just the world we live in. We're still fighting for a little bit of security online. There's still a little bit of security, but privacy is gone. So, thinking that like, well, I'm not going to put my where I went to college because it's private. Okay, everybody knows. Okay, so to start with, we want to build that community, and we talked about this in my presentation before. So I'm looking at across, and most of you guys are younger than me. So Julietta, how old are you?
How old I am?
Yeah.
How old I look like?
28.
No, I'm 40.
Really? I use you as an example because I thought you were going to say you were around 30 years old, 28, 30 years old. Okay. Well,
Thank
so
you.
be it. Okay. So I made a mistake. But here's the thing. Even at 40 years old, and you know, you're going to be working for 30 or 40 more years. I hate to tell you. You'll probably live to be 110 with modern medicine. That's what Gary Vee always says, right? You'll probably live to be 120. So
Hopefully.
the idea that you're going to be doing mortgage origination for the next 30 years is slim. You know, people change, things change. We'll probably won't have mortgages in the same way that we do now, years from now, decades from now. And who knows, we'll probably be selling, you know, flying cars and tickets to the moon. But but the community that you build is going to be there to help you and support you no matter what you do. So really think like long term. Don't think when you're adding friends, oh, well, this guy will never be able to buy a house. Okay. Or, you know, they're too young. Their kids are too young because they're not old enough to buy a house. Think like, in my whole life, could this person ever be in a position to be a good community member or support me? So like Alan said, we want to pull from our friends and family. You know, there's that, like he mentioned, like if you were going to throw a big wedding for yourself right now, who would be on that list? That's a way to think about putting a list together. People at your company at Van Dyke, you know, you don't have to pick all the employees, but you know, the people you like and know, your past customers, if you have any. And I'm talking about past customers from other jobs too. You know, we're thinking long-term, like your whole lifeline here. People that you meet at networking groups, you know, a lot of times we get names and numbers of people that we're going to call for or prospect for business, but we don't think about, let's just go ahead and add them to our Facebook group. For people from Facebook groups specifically, I've made so many friends on that MLO net, but I'm also a member of about 10 different other Facebook groups, a member of a real estate companies group. I'm a member of real estate investors group, a veterans group, just different groups that that you have interest in, totally unrelated. If you ride motorcycles or go fishing or tennis or whatever, there is a Facebook group for it. Realtors, obviously, we want to have them in our group, in our community. Connections from other platforms. So maybe Facebook hasn't been your jam and you're really good on LinkedIn. I actually have many more people on LinkedIn than I do on Facebook. You know, very easy to ask them to join you on Facebook. Most of them will. Facebook has this button that says people you may know, and you would be surprised. They will grab people from your childhood, from all these different companies you worked at. They have their super spy robots back there, and they will send you a list, and that helps you add people. You can have up to 1,000 invites out at a time. So basically, you don't have to worry that you have too many. I think on LinkedIn, it's like 100, but Facebook is pretty generous with that. Jump in with questions as I go. Okay, as you know, I preach the jab, 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 right hook strategy, which basically means give, 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 right hook. So a lot of what we talk about are the right hooks because we want to talk about posting strategic posts that have to do with business. But I don't want to understate the importance of the 75% personal post, but you know, that can be anything, pictures of your kids, friends, dogs, or your kids, friends, dog, and anything in between, all the daily activities and fun stuff. And it's summertime, so we're all doing like more stuff outside. People like that. You know, you're probably thinking, oh, well, me going to my kid's soccer game, nobody's going to care but me. But that's not true. People love all that. Lauren, you posted some pictures of your daughter does dancing, and you went on a travel tour and did some. She did some rehearsals. I hope I'm saying that properly. And then you posted. So what was your response to those posts?
Huge. Anytime I post about my oldest and her dancing, people I get 200 likes and 100 comments, and it's crazy. So, and then the next day I'll turn around and I'll post something about mortgages and I get like 10 likes, but.
So you're saying that more people are interested in your daughter's dancing than they are in the new condo questionnaire that Freddie Mac just put out?
Yep.
Hard to believe.
Crazy.
Okay. So use video if possible. Upload to Facebook native. So you used your phone, you just got a great shot of your daughter doing a backflip or whatever she does, or a twisty turn, and you want to post it. And so you put it on YouTube and then you put a link to YouTube on Facebook. No, you're going to have to take an extra minute, upload that video to Facebook. Even if you want to put it on YouTube or another platform, you still got to upload it to Facebook and not put a link, because Facebook does not want you taking their customers away from them. They want to keep them right there so that they can sell them stuff. Okay. The Van Dyke .net intranet, VDMC.net has a list. If you go into shared files, it has a list of Facebook posts that they've done before. Now, what I'm going to tell you, whoop, there's a latecomer. Okay. So what I'm going to tell you is, do not copy and paste this, but it's a great idea to generate ideas, but you want to make sure that the copy is unique. So whatever you say about it or comment about it is unique, so that Facebook doesn't see it. It's just a duplicate copy and paste post. That's the problem with these services and even our corporate marketing team, that if you post something that's been posted 95 times, Facebook will block it, and it will actually hurt your what they call edge ranking, which we'll talk about later. But there's no reason why you can't share a post or take a post and make your own comments about it. As far as video, if you're we're not, I mean, we're all, obviously, I can see we're all, beautiful, gorgeous, and would look terrific in video. But even so, some people are a little bit shy. You can still do video. So like Lauren, you could do a video of your daughter's dance, and then you could do a voiceover. If you didn't want to share your face, which would be a real crime, but if you felt that way, you could just do a voiceover and say, look, there's the double twist axle or whatever. Okay, so tag people in your post. Does anybody know what that means, tagging people? So you
Yes.
can basically, so you usually right when you do it, Facebook says, do you want to tag anybody? But if you forgot and you go back, you can right click on the photo and then you can tag people. And what that does is that alerts them that they're in a post. So you're automatically going to, if you tag somebody, you're automatically going to get one view, because that person's going to look to see what you did. Okay. I suggest posting in the middle of the day. Some people have this strategic, they do it at 11:05 a.m. or something like that. I think the main thing is, so Facebook is going to look at the activity you get in the first 30 minutes, in the first hour, and so forth. So you want to post when people are active. People are usually active right in the morning before work, in their lunch break, and then towards the end of the day when they're leaving work. So those are usually the best times to post. If you want to do a post late at night, you happen to be up and have time to do it, I would use a program like Hootsuite that allows you to schedule it. I mean, there's no crime in posting at 1 a.m, but you're just not going to get as much activity. There are different ways to post. We're going to talk about, you can post to stories, you can post to feed, you can post to groups, and now Facebook has Reels. You can post a poll. I don't know, you can go to the choices, and one of them is a poll where you say, do you think, coming up this weekend, are you more likely to A, do something at the beach, or B, watch the football game, or C, stay home and drink beer? It's something fun. Or you can do a poll about business, but polls get a lot of engagement. here's the thing. As you do more and more posts, you will see what gets more engagement. Like Lauren just says, this kind of post gets a lot of engagement. This kind of post, not so much. Feed the community what they want. Don't think, listen, I need everybody to know about this down payment assistance program we just got. Okay, that's something that you want to do, and it's okay to sneak that in there as one of your hooks. But basically, if the people want to see your fishing videos, then that's what you should give them. Oh, okay. So just to define these things real quick. So the feed is the main section. It's constantly updating list of stories in the middle of your home page. Feed includes status updates, photos, videos, links, app activity, and likes from people, pages, and groups that you follow. That's kind of the main, what they call the main feed. I'm adjusting my screen here. Okay. So stories is that section at the top, and it's used to share everyday moments with your friends and followers. Stories are only visible for 24 hours. You can go revisit a story, but for somebody to see it, they would have to go onto your Facebook page and see the story if it's been more than 24 hours. So stories are great for quickie things that are not the most important. But as you document, we talked about document rather than create. As you document your life, so to speak, stories is a great alternative. Reels is different. Reels are short videos. In Facebook, it's the little thing that looks like the TV. Now, the thing about Reels is you don't have any control over it. It does not get posted to your community. It goes into the big vat of Reels that Facebook chooses to post, and they're made like for you. So if Facebook determines that you like fishing, then you're going to see a lot of reels about fishing, and then your reel that you made about fishing is going to show up in other people's reels. That your video about fishing is going to show up in people's reels that have an interest in fishing. So with reels, you don't have control, but it's a great way to get new audiences, because it'll throw it out there for the whole Facebook community. Live is a great way you can do a live stream if you want to. Some people use live all the time. I don't necessarily use it that often. You can use it when you do a meeting, like I could have this one stream on Facebook Live, or I could just be like going for a walk and hit the live button. And by doing that, it will alert everybody that you're live, and then it will also save that and put it into your general feed later. Groups, we talked about. Groups are fantastic. The engagement is sky high. If I post something on MLOnet, I've gotten up to 150 different types of engagement on Facebook Net, and I would never get that. I'm sorry, on MLOnet. I would never get that in my general feed. I don't get that much engagement. So literally by the end of the day, every single person here should be a member of at least 3 Facebook groups. Okay, support your community. You want to make thoughtful comments. You want to share posts that they wrote. So if you see posts that other people did, go ahead and share that. Boost their edge scoring. It helps them out, and people like that. Like their business pages, tag your friends. We talked about that. Also, if you have the initiative, especially if you do anything in a community, like coach a softball team, or or maybe team mom for something that your kids do, it is a great idea to start a Facebook group, because as we talked about, it's really powerful to build relationships and get engagement. Okay, personal page versus business page. So this is the biggest question that I get. Should I post it to my personal page or to my business page? So there's pros and cons to both. First of all, the personal page, you can only have 5,000 friends. I know most of us are not near that level, but at some point there is a limit. Okay, it's also a violation. Now you can talk about what's going on at work and nobody's going to care. But especially if you advertise something for sale, like a realtor's listing, then Facebook may flag that and say, hey, that needs to be on a business page, because Facebook wants to keep it separate because they don't want people going to Facebook and seeing a bunch of advertisements for products and services if they're looking for personal connections and so forth through their feed. Okay, the business page is more flexible. It has all kind of tools. It has schedulers. It has a creator studio. Of course, Facebook wants you to use business pages because you can run ads and sell. They can sell their advertisement, and there's no limit to the connections. So the business page has more flexibility. The personal page will invariably get more engagements. Just people are in general on personal pages much more often and much longer. I mean, just think about, so there, the average tennis club may have the same amount of engagement as a Fortune 500 company's business page, just because people are not that interested in, General Electric appliances, unless that one time every 5 years that they buy one. Okay, so the thing to know is that you can share posts from personal to business and from business vice versa. And I recommend doing that, sharing them to yourself so you kind of get double exposure. Okay, so we are nearing the end. This is the most complex, edge ranking. So edge ranking is what Facebook uses. It's their, people call it their algorithm. It decides which stories will appear in each of the newsfeed. The algorithm hides the boring posts so that your post doesn't score well and no one will see it. So it tries to feed you what you want. It wants to keep you interested. Initially, the Facebook algorithm evaluates every post. It scores the post. It then arranges them in a descending, non-chronological order of interest for each individual user. The process happens every time a user refreshes their feed. So that's where they're trying to get you, give you the things that you're most interested in so that you have the most engagement on the platform. And then the longer they keep you there, the more advertising they can sell. So, people, they criticize Facebook a lot. They get mad at, when Facebook changes the algorithm, which they do all the time. But here's the thing, it's free. It's a pretty good social and marketing tool for being free. So, you can only complain so much until somebody's just going to say, well, just don't use it if you don't like it. No one knows all the details of how the Facebook algorithm works. Sometimes Facebook will share hints about how it works and what it emphasizes. But if anybody tries to sell you on the idea that they can boost your edge rank or they know what your rank score is, then they're lying, because that's totally false. There's some things that Facebook released about their 2022 algorithm version. And here are the three main things that determine your ranking. Number one is who posted it. So if you have a lot of engagement with your sister, chances are every time your sister posts something, you're going to see it. The type of content, it decides if you like not only the medium like video or photos or text, not only that type of content, but also the subject matter of the content. If you watch all of the motorcycle videos, then you're going to see a ton of them. Your interactions with the post. So it scores you, and this is what we were talking about, supporting your community. The posts that you leave comments on, the posts that you engage with, give the thumbs up or whatnot, it keeps track of all that and it's going to give you more of those posts that you engage with because it's assuming that you like them. Each post is ranked on these main signals to determine where it appears on your feed. And that, my friends, okay, am I back without the share? Okay, so that is my Facebook presentation. Does anybody have any questions about Facebook and how it works in a general sense? Okay, so the assignment that I gave you, it was to do a video about something in your hometown, because I really love that becoming an ambassador or mayor of your town is a great strategy. Did anybody do that? No, Lauren?
No, but we're taking our car in. I want to do it for our quick lane place that always helps us with our tires and brakes and all that. So we're taking our car in before our vacation at the end of next week. And I want to try and interview the guy who always helps us. So
Okay,
I'm gonna work on it.
so that's awesome to do an interview with the guy that works on your car. It doesn't have to be that labor intensive. You can just sit here and I can say, hey, let me tell you about this pizza place down the street, Louie's Pizza. It's really fantastic. I love the thin crust, and you could just do that. Okay, you don't have to. If I was there and had a picture of the restaurant, it would be more interesting. If I had a video of walking in the restaurant, it would be even more interesting. Of course, if I interviewed the owner, that would even be like, off the chart interesting. But, we're going for quantity. So that interview style, so that would be like one, but then you could do 2 or 3 other quick ones just from your desk or from a drive-by photo.
Mhm.
So Adam, can you think in your mind of some examples that you may be able to do?
Absolutely. My B&I group, I was going to do some interviews with those people who own businesses and showcase their businesses. And then also if there's any kind of outdoor events that are happening, just do a pop in, quick little video. Hey, come down to, the whatever's happening,
Right. So the idea is if your community thinks that, hey, Lauren knows everything that's going on in Winder, Georgia, then, when it comes time for me to buy a house, I'm going to think, well, she's going to know how to do a mortgage in Winder, Georgia. So I'm going to call her. So, hey, Michael, I know you came late. Do you have any questions?
When I came in, you were going over the EdgeRank with Facebook, and that's really, really good information. Over the past month, I've started doing some Facebook videos, branding a mortgage minute with Mike, and it's just a minute brief. Sometimes it's a quirky explanation of like just a quirky guideline or a new product. Unfortunately, some of the products are gone now with FGMC closing their doors. But I've started doing that, and I really do like the idea that you just, from the last assignment that I wasn't aware of the video of something in the hometown. That's really nice.
Okay, great. And I want to show some of those next time I want to share. But Michael, so your weekly mortgage minute, I think is an awesome idea. But do keep in mind that that is going to be considered a hook. So along with doing one of those, I need you to do 3 other posts
Personal.
that are personal, and it can
Gotcha.
be just a quick thing here or there. Julietta, can you think about so you're in Miami or Fort Lauderdale? I forgot. Miami. So can you think about places and businesses you go to in Miami, and maybe you could do a quick video?
Places to get more business, you mean?
No, places that you do business with. Anything, restaurants, coffee shops, your car place, any place that you could do a quick video about.
Yeah, I would have to think about it.
Okay, well, please think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be basically all I have for today. So we're going to do these every other week. So I'm going to see you in 2 weeks. Does anybody have anything else?
Mhm.
One quick question. When you're joining groups, if it gives you the option to join with your personal page or your business page, you choose your personal typically?
I would I would. I do.
Sounds good.
There's always a debate about that, and maybe there's a little bit more argument if it's strictly a mortgage page, but if it's not strictly mortgage real estate, I would absolutely join with my personal page.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, guys, well, have a good weekend, and I will send you an email, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank
Good,
you,
thank
Steven.
you.
Thanks a lot for the invite.
Thank you.